Hello everyone, I'm Dominic. I'm good friends with Victor, or you guys better know him as Fuji Vibes. I've been friends with him since 7th grade, since our equal hatred for this one kid in our chorus class. So and I got a story for you guys today. It's about how our other friend Dom, houses got broken into, they get asked to prom. So the story starts out about 2 months and a half ago, and my friend Dom has been talking to this chick since 7th grade. And I was going to get some food from Sheetz. Sheetz is a gas station up here in Pennsylvania. I was bringing my one friend home, or I'll call her Girl A. So after we got my food, I'm gonna go drop her off. She gets a text from Girl B saying, did Dom ride the bus home today? And she didn't know, so she said, I don't know why. So she said, I wanted to ask him to prom. So I'm there in my car laughing hysterically because I thought it was only a matter of time before this happened. So drop Girl A off her house, and I call my friend Dom and I'm like, yo, Girl B wants to ask you to prom. And he's like, oh god, no, please no. I was like, just lock your doors and act like you're at home. So he calls me, he's like, she's outside my house walking around. I'm like, don't go near any windows, just stay there. So about 20 minutes pass, and I pull up into his neighborhood. I go behind his house so no one sees me. I like crawl into his neighbor's bushes like all like commando style. I'm like, "Get out of here, dude. You're fine." And he's like, "Get here now." So I'm driving. I whip around his plan. I pull up to his front door, and I see his garage door is open, which isn't unusual because I keep it open sometimes. But I go inside his garage and see the door to his garage is flung wide open, and it's not like them because they lock all their doors. So I start getting nervous. I'm like, what? So I go inside and I see the other doors open. So I'm starting to get scared and all that because I was like, is he dead? So I grab one of those envelope openers, like those giant like silver knives looking thing. I start like walking around his living room, make sure like no one was in there. So I start walking upstairs and I call him like, you still in here? Where are you at? And I hear Girl B say he's in his room. And I jump back like good foot up. It scared me. I was like, what? How'd you get in? She didn't answer. She just looked at me. I go up to the door and I'm like, Dom, you in there? He's like, is that you, Dom? So he lets me in. He's like how'd you get in? He's like, I think she put the garage code in. So at this point we call Victor. And he's like, alright, I'll be over here. Like, yeah, hurry over here. I'm like, I have to leave in 20 minutes. I have practice. So he's sitting there. He's freaked out. He's like, what should I do? She's screaming through the door. Come on, Dom, let me in. Dom, no answer. So about 10 minutes pass by, and we hear Victor like, guys, let me in. We're like, no, tell her to leave. So he's out there trying to tell her to leave, and she's like, no, I want to talk to him. Victor's like, can you leave? She's like, nope. So, and at this point, we let Victor in because I had to leave. So he opens the door up. I run out. She just stares at me. She's like, Dom, come out. And I run out. She's like, not that Dom. I'm like, you didn't specify. So she's there like giving me the death. I'm like, guys, call me when this is over. I'll call you. We'll see what happens. I'm like, don't kill anyone. So I leave for practice, and this is when I missed the best part. And this is where Fuji Vibes part comes in.
Alright guys, so now it's my version of the story. So it's about 2 o'clock around that time, maybe 3. And I am getting some air for my tires. Putting the air in, it's about 40 in each tire. And so then I get this call. And it's my friend Don. And he says, come to my house right now. And I was like, what's wrong? He's like, just come to my house right now. And he's not telling me anything. So I don't even finish getting air in my tires. I dart over there in about 5 minutes. And then I see that his garage is open. And I'm trying to call Dom, who's in this video. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, shh, 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 shh. I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he's like, no, don't just come up the steps. So I pull into his driveway, go up his steps into his garage, and then I go up his steps into his room, and I see Girl B there, and I'm like, what the? And so they're just like, no, don't let her in. And she's like, Victor, talk to him, please. I was like, I don't know what to do right now. And they're like, don't come in, Victor. let her make her leave. And I was like, I can't. I don't know what to do. So eventually, he has to go to his lax practice, and so I'm just like, okay. He's like, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch when I have to go to practice, okay? So he gets out of the door, and so then it's my turn. When he walks down the steps, I'm getting into the door, and girl B just kind of like Vusro dolls me out into my friend's room, and she like kicks open the door, and she starts screaming at Dom. Not the Dom that just left, but the Dom in the room, screaming at him. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And Dom, he just has this plain look on his face, and he's like, why are you in my house? Why did you break into my house? Why are you in my house? And I'm just there in the corner kind of just like crying a little bit because I don't know what's going on right now. I didn't know like if she was going to like kill him or something, so I was like ready. I was ready to break something up. So eventually, she just like comes out and she just starts screaming fuck you and all this shit. So then, she eventually leaves, and we do a nice little sweep of the house like Tom Clancy style. We're looking through walls, we're looking in cracks, we're looking in the air pipes, we're looking up the faucet just seeing where she might be. And so we realize that the house is all cleared. And around this time, we just sit on the couch and we're just thinking. We're just leveling everything out. And so then we decide to watch the MLG games for Counter-Strike. And this is the part when Dom comes back from his practice. And this is the story of how that happened.
Hello. Welcome to my side of the story for the hostile takeover of my home in order to get me to go to prom. So, just a little start off. I understand we're all in muscle shirts. I understand it's all very homoerotic. I understand I can see Dom's ass right now. That's besides the point. This story, with girl B being the one who broke into my home, we dated for a very long time, like Dom had mentioned, talking since 7th grade. But we dated, and we weren't dating at this point, but she wanted to go to prom, even though everyone told her not to ask me. So, I had just gotten home, and I found a note on my garage saying, go to the porch. And to me, a porch is the bit at the front of the house. And so I went to the front of the house, my porch, looked around, said, what the fuck? And I, went about my business, went in the house, didn't think anything of it. Went up to my room, and I got a text from girl B saying, are you home? Because she heard the garage, she heard me in my car pull up. And so I said, yeah. And, she just didn't even mention anything. And I said, well, she was like, she's just trying to get me to go outside. I think I knew what was happening. And so, around this time I get a call from the other Dom. And it was him saying, oh shit, dude, she's gonna ask you to prom. I started to have a panic attack. I said, no, I have to go to work, I left already, blah, 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 just any excuse I could make up. And she was like, no, come back here. And I was like, what do you mean here? And it turns out she was on my deck, not my porch, in the back. And so I was in my room, locked in there, scared, on the phone with Dom. Midway through on the phone with Dom, I'm like, dude, she's on my deck. I heard her phone buzz, like the notification go off, right outside of my bedroom door. And I said, Dom, you need to get here as soon as you can. She's in my house. And at this time, full panic attack. I'm in my room, butt ass naked, crazy psycho girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, outside of my door. Thought she was going to come in and chop me up and eat me. Called Victor, told him to get over. I need help. I'm scared. I don't want to die. And so that proceeded to happen. I told her I heard her. She said she'd only been there for a couple seconds. I knew she had been there for a good amount of time. At this point, I wasn't saying anything to her outside of my room. I was just texting her, saying, please leave my house. You broke in, please. And Dom came in, eating like the fucking asshole he is. Comes into the room eating sheets. And we're sitting there. And then he has to go to lacrosse practice, like previously mentioned. They do a little tag team switch off. Now Victor's in the room with me. Victor was a jerk and didn't put his back into the door. and let her overtake him. And then she came into my room, chewed me out pretty hard, said some pretty choice things. I may have laughed at some of them. She proceeded to end the conversation by telling me to go fuck myself, throwing the poster asking me to prom at me, and leaving the house. Then me and Victor searched the house because I thought she was gonna scream me and jump around the corner and stab me 36 times in the chest. So, calm my nerves, because I was literally shaking, we watched MLG Columbus on my TV. And then Dom came over. And that's the story of how my crazy ex almost killed me. And I don't want to talk about it ever again, but I have to still. And we have to do all of our stories. So time for
that.
Okay. Now time for that cut, that transition, meme. So time for the whole 3 point of view style of this.
That is correct.
Of the whole prom fiasco.
Spiel.
Again,
Spiel.
I understand we're all wearing hats, we're all wearing sleeveless shirts. Very homoerotic. I'm not gay, can't speak for them. Okay, anyway.
I was the first to know about what was happening.
I was also the second.
Victor,
you were the third.
Victor was the last.
No, you were the first.
No,
I was
no,
the
you
first.
were the first. I was the second.
Yeah.
And then I let you know because I was scared.
Yeah, because
I thought you were
Chick
the first.
A was with me when we went hit up Sheets, and she got a text from Chick B, and I was like, "Oh shit,
Shit's going down."
Yeah. So basically,
Oh shit!
two things saved me from face-to-face confrontation, which horrifies me. And I know you viewers are gonna be like, "What? You're such a dick. Why'd you hurt this girl's feelings? Why didn't you just, say it to her face?" I thought she was going to murder me. If you personally knew her, you would think so too. She's nuts. But basically, two things that saved me. One, she didn't know what a deck was. The difference between a porch and a deck. That saved me.
Not the deck.
And another thing was that I didn't take the bus home when I drove to school and home. That saved me. But yeah, he let me know that she wanted to ask me to prom. I had a sneaking suspicion.
We all knew what was going to happen. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah. And it's going to be a bit weird. A lot of different points of view. Pretty weird story. Like, she had even asked my sister, older than me, graduated school and everything, if she should ask me to prom. My sister insisted no. And she still did. And she...
Ironically, his sister lives right by his ex.
I didn't help her move in because she's a dick.
We're talking about next door neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Practically.
Next door neighbors.
Like 2 houses down.
And... Like... The weird part was she didn't consider it breaking in. She goes, "I just let myself in. The garage was open." 1, I don't remember leaving the garage open. 2, she knew the code. She broke in. I said, "You're here without my permission. You broke in." "I just let myself in." "No, you broke in." And a lot more stories are going to be coming from this.
Overall, this story I'd rate it about
6.
a 7 for a good meme. That was a good
7 out of 10 in intensity for insanity.
We have so many
more.
fucked up stories.
If you guys, if you guys would like to, hear more stories, be sure to, comment it, let us know. We have plenty more. There's one that literally just happened yesterday. I'm still PTSDing from it.
We have Club Zoo.
I don't think
That's the only hint you guys are gonna get from this.
That's not even the same story.
Yeah.
That has to do more with him
That's
than me,
completely
because that's
different.
with his crazy
Yeah.
ex, who's also named Girl B.
Yes.
And they have the
similar
same
to-
real life name, but their middle names are both Girl B.
It is quite a fucked up scenario.
Yeah, we have that story. We have, like they had forementioned, stories of my father. That's because you like nuts, you faggot.
What's your mom wearing tonight?
Oh boy.
Well,
we're not revealing anything else now.
just a little teaser meme.
Just
We're
a
doing
tip,
some
just a
teasers.
Just a little teaser memes.
That one time me and you almost got shot.
Oh, I could tell.
The
I
dog.
could
The dog.
There is stories that we could do where one of us, only one of us knows the story, and we have to tell the other two.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking right now, I could tell them a story, and they would have no idea, because
Or
I've never
we
told
could
them.
do like live reaction stories.
Live reactions to one of our stories, because
Mhm.
I've never told them some stories. And I'm pretty sure they'd laugh about it, because it's a pretty spicy meme.
Yeah.
It's also very legal.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Cops
joking.
watching, it's not illegal. It's
Legal.
just a social experiment.
just prank.
Just a
prank.
prank. Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If
Shut the fuck up.
If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know, and I will see you guys
And
in the
if
next
you
video.
are
Peace.
single in the area, please.
Any future videos? His name's Dom. I'm Tito. So
Any future videos, my name's not gay, his name's gay.
That's how it works.
That's how
yes.
it works. He's gay. I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
All right. See you in the
I'm
next
not.
video.
I'm not.
Deuces.